I'm Marcel, and welcome to my presentation on the D&D Wizard. So what does the wizard do? Well, you study and cast spells, but like uncoolly. Here's a picture of a wizard. You see that thing in his hand? That book? It's gross. As someone who has gone through 12 years of school and is now in college, I don't need books and studying in my fantasy adventure game, okay? Now, speaking of your book, it's very important. You don't actually have access to all of your spell lists at all times. You need to inscribe new spells into your book to be able to prepare them. And because of that, you kind of really need to take care of this thing. Because if it gets moldy, or is caught on fire, or like someone just decides to steal it, bad. So what wizard boons do you have? First and foremost, you have full spell casting. All spell casting is good spell casting, but with being a full spellcaster, you get access to higher level spells quicker, and also you can go all the way to 9th level spells. As an intelligence-based caster, preparing spells is pretty okay for you. Wizards probably also have the best spell list by my estimations. I don't know if that's a very debated point. So what are your wizard boons? You have to keep up with your book. If, for whatever reason, this gets lost, well, you kinda just can't prepare new spells. The ones that you currently have prepared, you'll still have access to, so you don't need to worry about those, but you can't change up your toolkit anymore. Also, you're intelligence-based. I somewhat went into this with the Artificer, but basically, every other stat has reasons for you to take it outside of it being associated with your class. All the physical stats are common saving throws, constitution is your hit points, dexterity is your AC, and then on the mental side, wisdom is really good for your perception, and then there's insight, which is good. Charisma is always nice because of its skills, and then also even though wisdom and charisma saving throws aren't common, the effects, if you fail, you don't want to fail those. You really don't want to fail those, and intelligence just kind of gets left behind in that regard. Obviously, stat into if you're a wizard, you need it. Also, you're a nerd, you're lame, a loser even. So getting onto your subclasses, I'm just gonna categorize all of the wizards that specialize in one school of magic as a school specialist. This is kind of what they were called in older editions. You're a specialist wizard. And basically you choose one of the schools of magic and you get certain bonuses for using that school or trying to use that school. The most common benefit across all of them is getting to inscribe spells of that school into your spell book in less time and for less money. Going forward to higher levels, you get a few extra abilities that either improve the effects of your specialized spell school or lessen the drawbacks of potentially using that school, such as how with evocation spells, you can make it so that certain people within the range of, say, your fireball aren't actually affected by it. Also, something really weird that they did with the 2024 version of D&D 5e, they only brought in 4 of the specialists, because every class gets 4 subclasses across the board, and I just think that was really weird to do. Then we got the Blade Singer. Blade singing is like this elven craft magic about song and dance. As a Blade Singer wizard, you can use lighter armors and some martial weapons, and you're kind of meant to sort of get into the front lines. You get a bonus to your AC, you can move better, you have advantage on dexterity checks while the blade song is up, and you have bonuses to maintain concentration on spells. Going forward, you also get a few upgrades to your blade song, such as the Song of Defense, where you can lessen the damage that you take, or the Song of Victory, where you can increase the damage that you deal. Then we have the Order of Scribes. You're like the biggest nerd. You have your magic book, but now you also have your magic quill that can make magic writings that you can magically disappear. And your magic book has a magic mind of its own that you can cast spells from and magically teleport the constants of your spell book into another spell book. So you actually don't really need to worry if your spell book disappears. Your magic quill can also make magic scrolls, allowing you to cast more magic spells without expending magical spell slots. As an Order of the Scribe Wizard, you can also slightly alter the spells that you cast, such as making them a different damage type. You can't alter them as much as the Sorcerer with their meta magic, but I mean, no one else can really do what the Sorcerer does. Also, eventually, your magic self is sort of intertwined with your magic book. So you're Omega Nerd because the book is you and you are the book. You're one person or one entity. Basically, you're a nerd. Finally, we have the War Magic Wizard. So your whole deal is, instead of focusing on the school of magic, you focus on using magic in battle as efficiently as possible. Because of that, you get a few abilities that are very defensive based to cover, your squishy caster lack of defenses, with things such as arcane deflection to give you AC bonuses or saving throw bonuses, and durable magic, which lets you maintain concentration on spells easier. You also get an ability that can harm others for trying to attack you, and then that and arcane deflection get a few upgrades, I believe. But overall, I believe the defensive utility of the War Magic Wizard is more important than the offensive ones. Still doesn't compare to the Sorcerer, though. They still get a better bonus to maintaining concentration. Thank you all for attending my presentation on the nerd. Feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'll try to read through and respond to them all. And with that, bye-bye!